Top 3 best Clash Royale decks for the new September season in Clash Royale. On the third position, we got this absolutely incredible Sparky Goblin Giant control deck with the lightning, triple spell actually, and we also got the Evo Knight since the Evo Knight is still absolutely busted. Starting off the game here against just Lucifer, and this deck actually finished number 3 in the entire world last season, so kind of surprising if you kind of think about like seeing Sparky that high, because normally Sparky is a deck which is of course annoying, but it was never really too strong in the meta of obviously. But the last meta, to be fair, Sparky was one of the best decks in Clash Royale, and one guy, I think like his best finish before the season was 220, and then he got a top 3 finish. So I don't know what you guys think about that. It's kind of interesting to see that. I mean, people would say, okay, it kind of proves how broken Sparky is. But yeah, we're just gonna go for Sparky now. His delivery's out. He got a Firecracker, which of course is annoying since we just got lightning. But overall, I feel like we should do a good job here. So I might just go Barbarian Bro here on top of the Inferno here, just to make sure that the Sparky stays alive a bit longer. Hopefully. Okay, let's go. And I'm just gonna go now for my Goblin Giant back, since I really easily can, right? So I'm just gonna do it. He's just deciding to play this. Okay, I'm just gonna go for my Knight now. Good Knight here. And now I'm just gonna go for my Hunter here. And I got a really good push, of course, like the Knight Goblin Giant. Now we also got the Hunter in the back, like supporting this type of Goblin Giant push. I'm like really interested to see how he's gonna defend it. He doesn't have like his... Okay, he's just gonna go for his goblins here, but I kind of want to say he doesn't have his Phantom, he doesn't have his Valkyrie, he doesn't have his Firecracker, so like this will be immediately towered down. We got a really good position. Of course, he can still get my tower right with like a few good Hog pushes, because we don't really have like the best Hog answers. We got good Hog answers with the Snowball, of course, but we currently don't have in cycle. So let's see. I might just go in for my Barbarian Barrel here, and now I'm just gonna go Phoenix, and I might just go in Sparky in the back now. Let's see. How am I gonna respond to his next play? I might just go Hunter opposite lane. Let's see. I'm just gonna go Sparky first. Let's see if he's gonna go for his... Okay, he goes in for his Valk. I think I'm just gonna go Hunter, because the Valk is gonna get also shut down by the Hunter. And now I might just go Goblin Giant like that. So I'm just gonna go Goblin Giant. Since double extend, we can easily do that, because now we got also the Lightning ready. And of course, Lightning will do pretty well here. He's gonna go for the Log. I'm just gonna wait as long as I can. Maybe we also hit something else. And otherwise, like just... Okay, we don't hit the Cracker. That's unfortunate. I'm just gonna go for a Barbarian Barrel here. Hopefully making sure the Sparky survives. Sparky doesn't survive, but overall it's still okay. We got more damage on the right lane than he got on our like big... on the big lane. So I'm just gonna go for my Phoenix here. I'm just gonna go for my Snowball here. Not the perfect Snowball timing, but honestly one shot is completely fine. I'm just gonna go for my Hunter here. We're looking so good. Using another Knight here. 10 seconds left, and I might just go Lightning now. Really soon on a Hog Rider if I really want to. I can also just cycle back to another Snowball, and we're winning this game. GG's, well played. The second thing I'm going to show you guys is this absolutely incredible Logbait Tesla variation. Riley was actually able to finish number 2 in the entire world end of the season. Absolutely great control. Really good against Sparky. Really good against all of the annoying decks. And if you're like able to beat Miner control with that, you're going to win everything. And also interesting to see the Eastburn in there, just to make sure that you have like better answers against Graveyard. So guys, here we're going to game against Aaron. I'm just going to give him a good luck and let's see what he does. I'm just going to go for my Eastburn here. I'm just going to go in for my Goblin Barrel. And... just gonna go for Barbarian Barrel. Okay, that's really interesting. I might just go in for my Knight here. Okay, just goes in for G-Skelly. G-Skelly, Barb Barrel, Wizard. Okay, of course, like completely normal meta deck. I'm using my Prince now in the back. And yeah, so I might just respond with my Goblin really soon. I kind of want to wait. Okay, he goes in for Elixir, so of course Tesla first. Elixir and Wizard. Okay, so that's of course a deck which you normally don't really see a lot. Hopefully, if you see it a lot, you're maybe a bit too low on trophy. So really using a perfect Knight here, making sure the Magnet is walking, not jumping. And now I can just go in for another Goblin Barrel here. And we of course outcycled his Barbarian Barrel here. I'm also going to go for my E-Spirit here, just to make sure that his Magnet is not killing my Prince. He's going to go for arrows anyway. We can just go for the gang here, maybe to pressure him a bit. Okay, I thought about maybe going aggressive with just like Evo Knight the bridge, because I feel like he's low on Elixir, but I think like just playing safe, better safe than sorry, right? Just playing our Knight soon in the back and controlling the game as much as we can. So he got Wizard, he got G-Scale, he got arrows, he got Barbarian Bros, so he got some decent answers against us. So we're just using our Evo Knight here and trying to get as much value as we can. Of course, Wizard is not really doing great against Evo Knight, so he goes in for G-Scale, the smart decision. I'm just going for my Princess and trying now with like a barrel to the side to maybe make him miss the Barbarian Barrel. This would be at least cool. So he's not gonna go for it. I think he's kind of low on elixir, so he's gonna do it now. But I can just go in also for my Electro Spirit here. Also going for my Log here, good Electro Spirit. Just gonna go for my Knight. Solid Knight overall. And now I'm just gonna go for my Princess. And using my Goblin Barrel here. And we got the overall really great defense. Also Goblin Barrel is chipping away. He has also a mirror, of course, Elixir Golden Mirror as you're used to see. Using my Log here, really good Log timing. And I'm just gonna go for the next Princess. So I'm just gonna go for my gang here. And I'm just gonna go for my Barrel. He doesn't have anything inside against it. I'm just gonna go for my Princess here. The Goblin Barrel is focusing on the tower. And I might just go in for a rocket here because I know the game is basically over. Knight connects here. Maybe I didn't even need a rocket because the prince would have also splashed a tower, but it doesn't really matter, right? We got 2 princes on the map. We got like a massive elixir station. He was just like committing a rocket for nothing. We got the Evo Knight just to make sure to strike the Mega Knights, having the prince on there. And just like this deck, guys, like it's just really cool to see like a classic deck like Logbait being strong again because yeah, it was always like viable, but nobody was really able to finish with classic Logbait top 10 in the world in the last couple of years. But now people are able to do it again, and it's really cool to see, in my opinion, seeing like decks which got used in 2016 again 7 years later. And I could think like when you kind of see this type of stuff, it makes kind of sense to focus on one deck upgrading, and also kind of shows how great Clash Royale could be. And the best current deck in Clash Royale is by far this Lava on Control deck with the Baron Arrows. Dominic finished last season #1 in the entire world using this deck, and he destroyed everything. He destroyed Logbait, he destroyed a Goblin Giant deck, Sparky, and also of course Graveyard. So really interesting deck. Let's directly jump into the game. Here we go, guys, against Blake. So I'm just gonna go for good luck, and the good thing is, or like the thing is, you kind of need to learn about this type of match or this type of deck is you never really want to be too aggressive with your Lava. So you want to play it as a cycle deck, as a control deck. You want to get chip damage with your Lava, with your Scale Rings, with your Miner. It's not like a beatdown deck, of course. It's still like Lava is your main like tank, and you kind of want to, of course, break through. But it's kind of the mix, right? Most likely you're playing this deck as a chip damage control deck. When I see Dominic playing this deck, he most of the time just gets like Miner chip. He's using the Lava not to build up a huge push, just to get some decent amount of chip damage on the tower. When your opponent doesn't have the great responses, the Lava is just gonna chip away, and this is kind of what he's always going for. So I'm just gonna go now for my Barons. They need to play it a bit higher, a bit awkward of course, but sometimes you have to do this type of stuff. So what am I going to do next? Am I just going to let it go now? Like his Firecracker, honestly. I'm just going to go for Lava in the back because I feel like, okay, he used like his Poison, he used his Mortar, which is the most aggressive like card he can use. And he also used his Cracker, right? So I'm just going to go for my Lava in the back and build up a huge push. Also, guys, which I think is a bit annoying, is that you're not able to use in Grand Challenges the newest Evo in Clash Royale. I did a video about that 2 days ago about the secret Clash Royale update. That Clash Royale finally include evolutions in Grand Challenges and challenges in general. But they decided to not include the newest one. Okay, interesting prediction. Since they just want money, they just want you to pay that to use it on ladder and so on. So if you guys thinking about buying a battle pass, of course, use code mortenroyale, I would actually appreciate that. And yeah, I mean, this matchup, even if you wouldn't miss the poison, it's really good because you kind of want to go for Lava and Flying Machine, then your opponent's going to use the poison, then you want to support with the Scale Rings. This is kind of all you want to do because Scale Rings is smart, it's DPS, and now this is kind of what you want to do. You want to get your Barbarians early on in Clash Royale in the game to just like make sure to get the Evo Barbs, and then Evo Barbs in the pocket, one of the most annoying, most like scared defensive he needs to make, right? Like Evo Barbs in the pocket, just like so hard to deal, especially with the Lava Pop still being there, maybe like a Scale Ring being there. So I'm just going for Barbarian Brawl here, using my Tombstone here. But I think it's like really interesting to see, not like the Mega Miner deck, because normally back then it was always like a Mega Man or then Fairdrain in this type of deck instead of the Barbarian Brawl. But seeing Barbarian Brawl in there, really interesting change. But just having an extra ground tube makes sometimes sense, right? There's a ton of bridge spam also, especially a ton of bridge in the current meta. And so he should use this pack at the bridge. I'm just going to go for my Scale Rings here. I think I'm just going to decide to go Miner. Why I'm going Miner and not going in for like arrows, because I kind of want to save my arrows for the next Firecracker. And it's also kind of what you need to learn, right? So if you're like playing against cheap cycle cards where you have like the answers like archers and so on, you normally want to kill one set of archers with arrows and the other one with Miner, because normally they have a way cheaper cycle than you, and they're absolutely easily able to outcycle you. I'm just gonna go for my arrows here, I'm just gonna go for my Miner, and we're winning this one. GG's, well played. And I would say this is it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys don't want to miss any of the best Clash Royale decks in the future. Share this video with your friends, check another video out, goodbye.